Naija nerds.
Okay. Hello and welcome to a live edition of the Naijas Geeking Out podcast. This is going to be a very special episode because it is dedicated to Superman and Superman only. That's that means it's basically my podcast for today, and I have guests. But yeah, with us, Red, the regular and punctual. How are you doing?
You started well, so I'll maintain that spirit. I'm good. Yeah.
Yes.
For Superman's sake,
Yeah, I can see you have your Superman jersey on.
I have my crypto.
With crypto,
Yes.
with crypto on it. Yes. I
The
think that
best,
speaks
the best dog in the world, or or the worst dog in
the
the world.
worst dog in the world. No. Pets are not meant to stress you out like that, but we'll get to that in a bit. Yeah. Kex, how are you doing?
I'm good today. I'm well. It's good to be back. Good to be. I mean, we've been looking forward to this episode for about a year. So it's finally here. We saw it and we can discuss it. So it's good to be here, guys. And thank you for joining us, everyone.
Yeah, everyone online that is watching us live, yeah, thank you for joining us. Kex, you have a Superman comic behind you. Is that
No. This one?
Oh, okay, yes. I thought it was a Superman
Oh,
comic.
the other side of the DC.
Okay. That's a good book as well. Dakwa, this is a Superman podcast. I don't know why you have your
Well,
Captain America shield there.
Oh, the
my
shield.
shield.
Yeah,
He's repping Naija.
it's repping.
There's a link between this top and Superman. Immigrants, this, all of that, it links.
What?
You want Dinkin to come for you.
This.
But you can come for me. We'll have a discussion, of views.
Okay.
But no. Leave Cap for now. Cap is this is Superman's territory today. This is DC territory today. Let's
Okay.
park Marvel to one side. You understand?
Yes.
Let's focus on the guy who started it all.
Yeah, and who is starting the new age of comic book movies going forward. Yeah, this has been over a year, like almost 2 years since James Gunn announced the Gods and Monsters initiative going forward, and this was the flagship movie to kick it off. And finally, it's here, guys.
Yes.
How was your initial reaction after the end credits rolled in?
But you want to go in circle?
Yes.
So you want
No,
me to
no,
start?
I think you should start.
Who's starting?
Red, go. You go first.
So before the end credit stuff, I'm going to say I didn't expect that music to hit me the way it did once it started again. That was so on point. That was so nostalgic. That dun, 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 dun. I liked it. Some few nitpicks. It was a good movie. Not a 10/10, but overall, I liked the tone. I liked what they did with it. I came out smiling, and I'm going to see it again
Nice.
on Thursday. So I liked it.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to hear, Kex.
I was a bit deflated when it came out.
You were what?
I was a bit deflated when it came out.
Mm.
I was a bit deflated while I was watching it. I was not. It wasn't as epic as I would have liked. It was not epic. I wouldn't even say it was.
It wasn't.
epic.
It's not.
No, it's not. It's not epic. No, it's not.
It didn't even feel like a flagship film. It felt like something that would be in the MCU slate and not at the end of a phase. It just felt like a middle
middle of
middle of
the good phase, not this.
middle of the good. Yeah, no. Yeah, sorry, middle of the earlier good phases.
So I'm guessing you didn't calibrate your expectations properly.
No, they were calibrated. They were, but even at that, I was expecting to be disappointed. Imagine I was expecting something that was middle of the road, but when I went in, I was like, okay, I hope this disappoints me. But I came out not disappointed in my expectations. It was like,
You're disappointed in not being disappointed.
Yes.
Okay, that's a
much
you problem.
No, it's a problem where like you set your expectations to like just because you don't want to be disappointed, but you really wanted to do well.
I really wanted to do well. I really wanted to be the Superman of all ages. I really wanted it to be. Yeah, but I don't want to go into it too deeply. We'll do a spoiler-free, then a spoilerific one. But
Yeah.
for me, I was a little deflated. I wasn't like, oh, this is trash. But I was a bit like, there was a question I asked myself at the very end when they said written and directed by James Gunn. And I'll tell you guys the question when we go into it. And when we get there, when we're making comparisons.
Yeah.
And once I answered that question, I was like, okay, this is where I am.
Okay. That's fair. That's very two different reactions from Red and Cakes. What's yours?
Well, to repeat what Red said, I came out smiling. I thought, okay, yeah. So my initial reaction is this is a good film. I didn't think it was a good. Well, I don't use the word great. Like I don't think it was like my top tier, like a top tier film. I think it's a good film. I was not disappointed. Let me put it that way. I think it matched my expectations, literally almost on the nose. I was hoping for more, but it gave me the minimum I expected of it, plus a bit more, if I'm honest. So I kind of enjoyed it, and we'll talk later on because I want to compare it to my feelings for the other ones and why I think my feelings for the other ones are differently. This because I think there's a mismatch in terms of where I think it lines up on all the other previous Superman versus how I felt, and I know why, and we'll get to that later. But overall, I came out smiling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy for you. I came out relief is the word.
So you were scared.
Relief. Yeah, because towards the end in the build up to this movie, I started getting scared for the movie. If you remember, there were some rumors about how it tested in screening, some distractions of what came out then, also because of James Gunn's style. But from the get-go of the movie, from the beginning of the movie, I started seeing some things that I'm like, I'm not sure I like this. And at the end of the movie, I was at least able to convince myself that, hey, even though I don't like a lot of the choices that were made in this particular movie, I liked what I liked is able to carry me through the film.
So this is
Yeah.
sorry go on. Sorry. Go on.
No, that's like basically how I felt.
I see pressure from people when I speak with them.
Yeah.
That they are using their not relief. They are using their, I don't want to use the word bias to prop the film up.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm using my bias. I'm using my bias to prop the film up. Yeah.
Yeah, or it's something that generally, a lot of people that I feel like this film, if you slap that HCU logo on it, they'll rip this film apart.
Absolutely.
No, Kex.
They'll rip this film apart. Okay, sorry, go on.
Okay, I'll disagree with you there. It's like there are movies where the movie you just like the film, even though it has a lot of plot holes, and you are able to excuse the plot holes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think this movie does a bit of that, where there are things you just like about the movie, and you're like, okay, I like this movie a lot, but it has all these issues that I'm not fine with, so I'm just going to watch over it. And it's also the same thing with the other way. If you don't like
I've had films like that. That definitely the way it makes me feel is more than the quality of the film itself.
Exactly. So I think that's part of what is going on here. James Gunn it made me feel some things about this movie, about the characters themselves, and then it allows me to like manage my issues with the film.
Okay,
in a way that I won't be able to manage if I didn't like those characters and I didn't like what was being done.
Let's go into this thing. Let's go into this thing. Okay.
So the non-spoiler one. Yeah.
You want to talk about the numbers? You want to talk about the numbers?
Yeah, so let's do numbers talk first. And this is where I think this kind of disparity we're having, like where people are on different ends of the scale, is going to show up a lot in everything we talk about with this movie. So for numbers, it's opened really well. I think 122 million, which is exactly no, that's domestic.
That's good.
That's good domestically, but that's exactly what people predicted for the movie. Warner Bros was conservative at 100 million, but most analysts were around that 110 to 135 million range. So it opened right exactly in the sweet spot where they were predicting. It didn't do better, it didn't do worse than what everybody's predicted. It had an A- cinema score, which is good. It's good on a normal day. Very good score on a normal day. But this year, we've had movies that have gotten... This year, Thunderbolt had an A- cinema score. I think Mission Impossible had an A- cinema score.
Ballerina.
Had an A- cinema score.
I
Yes.
think
Ballerina had an A minus.
The whole grading, it's not what the paper
I
is
think the
written
whole
on
cinema
anymore.
score thing is gone at the window for me.
Yeah.
There's been
Yeah.
too many anomalies recently. It's no longer a good indicator of how well the film's going to do anymore. For me personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
because that kind of
because
threw me off a bit, that there were some movies here that are A minus movies, and I'm like, is The Accountant 2 an A minus movie? But that's what Cinema Score says.
yeah, no, but
Like-
remember, cinema score is what it best predicts is the legs of the movie going forward. So it's not a judge of like your opening numbers or how much movie you make in general. It's
I
just
thought it was
like
quality. I thought it was a quality thing, as opposed to how
it's no, it's not quality per se. It's like how it's best defined as a judge of your expectations going into the movie versus afterwards. So, for example, what if you got what you expected, you tend to rate it more. If you didn't get what you expect, you tend to rate it less. So it's like a judge of the audience's expectations of the movie. So that usually translates more to what's it called? To legs in the film. Because if you get what you expect, you tend to watch it more. So it doesn't really matter if you open big or low. It's just like, okay, it's the best predictor of how much money, how much legs you have.
It's an interesting way to view it, because I mean, you look at movies like Ballerina that didn't do well at the cinema, or The Accountant 2, or even Thunderbolts, which are all the same as Superman, but obviously Superman is going to outdo these ones. I'm all concerned. But okay, sorry.
That's domestic. Internationally, it opened to 95 million. I think that brings it to around 217 million thereabouts globally. But that 95 million comes with a big caveat. I was telling you guys a bit before we started that when you compare this to Man of Steel, international box office, in certain markets there's a big drop in opening numbers. China, it's dropped by minus 66% according to the reports, which is expected. It's China. China has been drawing away from Hollywood movies for a long time now, so that's fine. But then you have markets like UK where it dropped 44% compared to Man of Steel. I think France was like 36%. Yeah, I was surprised when I saw the numbers from Dan Muriel about this. I was like, oh, wow, okay. So that's the biggest asterisk on the movie. Like, how is the international audience receiving this movie compared to the local domestic box office? So,
to be honest, I'm not surprised, if I'm being honest.
Why not?
Because I think Man of Steel, when it was coming out, DC was at a high. They were coming off things like The Dark Knight, and then we had first Superman in God knows how many years, and the DC brand was not damaged.
So,
Superman, the gap between this Superman and the last time they saw this Superman is not that big, to be honest. DC.
The gap between Superman Returns and Man of Steel, and the gap between Man of Steel.
No.
The last time we saw Superman on big screen,
which was Black Adam, is what I'm trying to say. So we've had a Superman up to almost 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember exactly when.
No, but if that's the case, it won't be doing as well as it's doing locally, domestically in the US.
No. What I'm saying is, you could say the people
expectations.
They're taking their time. They're not rushing. So my view is a rush to watch it. You know, Man of Steel. God, Superman's back. After go, let's go watch it. Okay, it's good. We're gonna watch it. So I think some people think there's no rush to watch it. You know, they might.
I don't know how that translates, though. I see your point, but I don't know how it translates.
But here's another example that was given for it, and it has to do with American global politics and where they are right now in the world. Now, all in agreement is in the same general line of the movie, and I think it's almost It's been a while since our ratings and the general audience ratings have been in line together. So that's interesting to see. Because normally when the things we really like, they don't like it, and the things we don't like, the general audience likes it.
No, I think Thunderbolts, we were all kind of there with Thunderbolts. I think anybody is.
Yeah, but it's rare. But I think you're right.
I might have been the lowest on Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah. But what did you be Thunderbolts?
I can't remember, but I know I didn't like. I don't like what's her name as much as you all were phoning over her.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hater.
We're not doing Mabuto here. Back to the man we came for, Superman. Now, so kicking things off, let's go back to characters. And
Okay.
let's
Are we
start
starting? Are we starting spoilers?
Yes, full on
okay.
spoilers. I think the one we skipped a lot more is when I want to start with Lex Luthor,
Yeah.
character-wise.
And we have a guest in the room
Already?
trying to say
Yes.
Let him
Okay.
in.
Let him in to give us his thoughts on Lex Luthor. Wow, like based on the movie, his actions in the movie, his motivations in the movie as an antagonist. What was your take from this?
Who? Lex?
Yes.
Yeah, but I say you should let him in, right? That's what I said.
Oh, are you asking me?
Yeah.
Are you asking?
Yeah, no, let him in the
Well, let's see in,
Raptor.
right? Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, Raptor. Oh, God.
So, guys, give a big welcome to the man with the best shirt in the world,
Voila.
and the most glorious beard in the world.
Okay, Shay, glad to have you here.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
Yeah. Nice to be here. I'm listening to you guys, and yeah, most of the things everyone has said, I share the sentiment. So, on Lex, what I'll say about all the characters in the film, no matter how I feel about them, James Gunn is good at getting his characters and making the actors act well. So
It's good at casting.
Yes. If I don't like a character because the character is annoying, in a James Gunn movie, what that means is the actor did a good job. Yeah. So Lex was like, I'm like, guy, you hate past devil. Like the hate. I'm like, what did he do? Did he to your girlfriend? Did he do? So he channeled that hate. Like I could feel like this guy hates Superman. Gone. Yeah. He hates him.
Wait, did we just lose him?
We lost him. Lex heard and he cut him off. but to that point, I mean, people are calling him a generational hater. Like he is Eobard Thorne type of. He cannot stand, and I quite like that he has an irrational hatred of Superman. The one thing I would have liked is there were some bits that he was just a little not comedic. That's not ha ha ha. But I would have liked someone that maybe in the whole, a movie where everybody thinks it's funny, but he's the straight guy. That animated series, very rich and powerful. But sometimes here he just felt a little comical and, but all in all, I think it was probably even the best acting character or actor in the film. Like as an actor, nobody can touch Nicholas Hoult. So when it comes to that, he was the best actor for me in the whole film. So yeah, I'll give him like a 9 out of 10. I'll give him a 9 out of 10. I just didn't understand some of his motivations, or there's a bit where they have to evac the city because something is happening, right? Yeah. And I'm like, okay, you've lured Superman here, which was your primary goal. Now, why don't you?
It's not over till he's dead. You don't understand hate.
No, what it is, you wanted to see, and you already have this guy beating him up, right?
Yeah.
You open that thing so Superman will come. Now Superman is here. Why don't you now close it? You want to destroy it. At this point, he was willing to write off Metropolis.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't get why.
It doesn't make sense to me.
He said something about it that I can go to another city and start again.
It doesn't make sense.
I'm like,
to me.
Why?
So
I think at that point he was mad. Was already gone.
Yeah, but like
trying to join.
Let's talk about Lex himself because you guys get into details of his plot.
Yeah.
I'm not as happy with Lex as Kex is.
Okay.
But my issue is not that Nicholas Hoult is not a great actor. I'm blaming the direction Gunn took with him.
Yeah.
Why?
So the Lex I like is the more insidious, more clever, more kind of serious type Lex.
I wanted a more serious Lex.
Yes. Now this Lex, in all the Lexes in the movies, well, apart from that one from BVS, when you look at the Roof one and the Reeves one, this guy's a lot more serious, a lot more less comical than those two. But purposely, John Gunn still had elements. I think John Gunn used elements of that Lex in here. Like
Who's John?
It's
James
top for
Gunn.
hands.
Yes.
They having Eve with her. So this Lex is clearly an evolution based on,
of course,
Returns and the first Superman.
Yes.
And why these guys are way better than those? Someone like things like smashing your cup on the floor and telling people to pick it up. Things like that. I think
That was.
okay. What is this now?
That quote, isn't that something the BVS Lex would do? Because that's how it felt to me.
Yes, that is a BVS
But the
element.
BVS, but the
Who's it
BVS,
like?
the BVS.
But it's so I think Lex has always, and this is my big take on Lex in general. Over the years, Lex has always represented like one of the worst flaws of what this society rebels against. When he was a mad scientist, I think it was against science, the bomb, and all of that. He turned to a rich businessman. He was at first all these fat business moguls. Then he turned to this slim tech bro in this BVS tech bro, and now this Elon Musk bro kind of foolishness. And you always see those elements in these versions of Lex. Now, this version of Lex does not work for me at all. I really I get his hate, but like Keck said, is an irrational hatred, which is fine. But it loses its punch when he's explaining the reasons why he hates Superman. When he goes into things like
I don't like that monologue. Yeah, I don't like that.
that entire monologue.
Oh,
at the
so
end.
yeah, so we can get to those. Those were the other areas where.
So
Yeah,
so because she got cut off.
Yeah, I got cut off. Yeah, I think what I was saying was I love the acting, I got the hate, but I think that was touched on most of the things I was going to say in the sense that Gunn went and then he picked everything from maybe what he thought were the best parts of all the live action Lexes, and then he threw them on and created this well acted character. Because when Doc was talking about the coffee, I was like, I saw Lex, I saw Kevin Spacey. Was it Kevin Spacey who was Lex? No, was it
Kevin Spacey was
Kevin Spacey, and then who was
Superman Returns? Just Jesse
Gene
Eisenberg. So
Yeah,
it's Gene Hackman, Kevin Spacey, Jesse Eisenberg, or what's
Yeah.
her name?
Yeah. So I saw a bit of all the Lexes in there, and I was like, okay. Because some of the things that annoyed me were the BVS Lex, all the twitching, you get all those. I'm like, why is BVS here again? Then the land grabbing thing. Like I said it in the WhatsApp group. I was just sitting down, squeezing my chair in the cinema, like this guy on land. Like, what is? I saw that man, I know now. But I like the acting. Like, for everything I'm going to say about all the characters, acting for me was 110%. Everybody did their job well. However, the director wanted me to make me feel about them. I felt it because they all acted properly. I won't say the Lex is not bad. He's a very good. I'll just give him 7 because he did his job. There's no other way you can show me you hate Superman outside this. Like any other person that hates Superman is going to struggle to top what I saw in this film. The hatred was crying like
Let me put
not that deep now.
So
let me put it like this. He hates Superman. I get that, but I never felt a threat to Superman. The word is menacing. It didn't feel menacing. Like I didn't feel there was no point in this film. I felt that this guy can actually cause Superman to be in I actually felt in danger for Superman.
Yeah, are you sure? When he was drinking, when he was asking him for the dog and he was drinking that coffee, that person, that person is dangerous.
So that scene, that was my best Lex scene.
Yeah.
The unflinching nature of him sitting in that chair. I know you now. You can't touch me. You can be vexing and throwing desk up and down. You can't touch me.
Can't touch me.
I have your dog. I know I have your dog. I'm torturing him. in one corner.
And I'm telling you, I'm
I
torturing
don't
him
know
in
what
one
you
corner.
do. He even whispered it in a way
Yeah.
that I won't be recorded. You know? So to me, that was the kind of Lex. I love that part a lot.
Yeah.
I also love the shooting of
Malik.
Mali. You know, the way he shot Mali. Though there's a slight pothole in that, but again, for the sake of the film, I kind of laughed myself. Okay, carry on. Why would you wait for another day? But let's just carry on. I felt, and this is probably a Superman film, and I think I don't speak on your behalf today, but it's a Superman film, so I know Superman's not going to die. So in this film, I knew Superman's not going to die, no matter what will happen.
It takes off the edge at some point.
Yes.
It takes off the
It
edge.
takes off the edge. But in terms of what Lex had, he had enough to kill Superman.
It's not about killing Superman.
Okay.
It's about the conflicts Lex represents for Superman. Lex is someone Superman cannot kill. But whatever Superman has to do to stop Lex's plan is where the conflict is. Like, oh, Lex is going to let me look for, like, Lex is going to do something that is going to cause irrevocable damage, or is going to hurt him in some kind of way, not kill him.
No,
But I never felt like Superman was in jeopardy, because you jump from killing Malik, which was a brilliant scene. I like that he killed him.
Yes.
And Superman could not save him. Like, that's the kind of threat Lex represents for Superman. Lex is doing things that Superman cannot stop.
Yeah.
But by the time we get to the end, it's like, oh, it's just going to be punch.
Today, don't you think that's a problem with the script, like the story in general, and not Lex?
It follows with Lex, because that is his plan. Like, if Lex is the primary antagonist of Superman, representing this thing, and his plan at the end of the day is like, oh, I'm just going to have my guy punch Superman to death. I'm like,
No,
okay.
he had kryptonite. To me, that was the key thing. He had a guy. If you want to kill Superman in that plot, in that story, you could kill Superman.
You would have killed Superman early.
But I knew the plot would not allow it. So
It did. So in ranking all the even in ranking the level of threat I felt from Lex to Superman, this is the least threat. This is one of the least threatening Lexes I've seen in a while. Even as much as I don't like Jesse Eisenberg's Lex, that he couldn't do anything, it felt more of a threat to Superman in terms of the plan he orchestrated. That like that conversation with Lex and Superman, where it's very stupid, where he's dropping the pictures of Martha and he's giving him the conversation to, you need to do this or do this. That choice, it felt like, okay, Superman, you actually have stakes to play. You actually have to make a choice here. In Michael Rosenbaum's Superman, there's that relationship with Lex and Superman, and whenever they have that confrontation, I actually feel like, oh, there's something at stake here. For this Lex, when they finally had that confrontation, I was like, okay, your monologue is cringe. Superman's response is cringe. I don't feel anything here. It doesn't feel like there's nothing here.
That monologue and just some of the dialogue.
We'll get to that at the end. That's a low point.
Yeah.
That's a writing thing. When they give you shit dialogue. I mean, House of Ford said you can direct this, but you sure you can write it. And the writing is just
like when you compare, and we're going to do a lot of comparisons with MOS. When you compare to the monologue Zod gives at the end of MOS, that my planet is dust. I'm like, I see. It's not about the fighting.
Wait. And you don't bring MOS comparisons yet. We are going to compare with MOS.
So, yeah,
we'll come to that.
Yeah.
So what, Lex? Who's next?
I think you said anything about Lex?
Me? Oh, I liked him.
Okay.
I liked him.
Yeah, here's the thing I wanted to mention about Lex before we quickly move on. Lex is served as an antagonist to Superman. So he's supposed to be the opposite of Superman. No, in that their themes are supposed to clash. Like, this is what Lex is saying, and this is what Superman is saying. And this is what we're supposed to take from it. That was the end scene that makes the character fall flat for me, basically.
Okay.
So yeah. We've talked about Lex, Ultraman, and the Engineer.
Ultraman was just there now.
Okay. So I think we already kind of theorized that Ultraman was going to be an alternate Superman or a clone Superman.
Bizarro.
Is that Bizarro?
Yeah,
that's Bizarro. Thank you. He's basically Bizarro. Exactly. Thank you so much. That's something I've theorized here. Now, the engineer, the lady that asked the engineer, she reminds me of Gal Gadot a lot.
I think she was wasted though.
I don't think
Did a lot more.
Gal. Well, I say I like her. Did I like Gal? I like Gal in Wonder Woman anyway. So I guess
I don't know whether it was. I don't know whether it was an accent thing, but the way she was like, I gave up my humanity for this. I
don't think it's the accent.
I don't know. She just.
Well, she has an accent, not the same as Gal. I think.
No.
She could have been more menacing. She could have been more. I think it was a wasted. I think she was wasted.
I don't think that one. I don't think.
But when you think about it, actually, that film could have been the same without her.
And there was something
absolutely.
There was something that she did where in the Fortress of Solitude, after she was like before she tried to hack, where the Kelex Superman bots were coming out, and then she does a backflip, and then her legs changed to her
head.
Yeah. You know, she could have just turned around.
Absolutely, that was not necessary. Yeah.
So that scene to me is example of an overdue scene that actually, to me, detracts, because instantly I watched that scene. I'll start. I can't think, are you not human at all? I started, and the way you did that, as you said, you could have turned around.
Yeah.
But you did all this scene, and all it made you do was question the physics of this person's entity. Because I didn't expect she's fully nanite. You said there's nanite in her bloodstream. How is her head now floating from bottom to top?
I think she's fully nanite at this point too.
You think she was?
I think she's fully nanite at this point.
That was my understanding myself.
Yeah,
but they said it in the movie that the nanites in the blood.
So
there are some techno babble in this movie that I just ignored.
So but I'm saying, so straight away it kind of. But I think she's a character for the future. I think maybe they just put it there so that when they introduce, I can't remember what the name of that group is called.
The authority.
The authority. Then she could be.
Honestly, I wanted to hear. I think I would have loved to hear a backstory of why she hates Superman.
No. I think the one thing they did here that was backstories.
No, see, let me put it like this. If she was the main antagonist and she had the backstory of why she hates Superman, I would feel it a lot more than Lex. Because she has a reason. Like from the movie, she has a reason why she doesn't like him.
You don't know what her reason is.
It feels like she lost everything for.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Yeah. At the moment, all we know is that Lex convinced her some way to do that.
I mean, to be fair, Lex has a cult of gamers that he has convinced that they need to kill Superman.
But that's the difference. She doesn't feel like she was convinced by Lex to do this. It's like she already had the reason to hate Superman, and Lex is just giving her the tools to do that, to kill Superman. She felt like she has this was my interpretation, that she felt like she had a personal beef.
That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like.
But what I'm saying, I'm happy not knowing it for now.
Yeah.
I don't think we needed to see.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because even Ultraman own self, obviously we book readers kind of knew what was going on instantly with that character. I wonder what somebody who had no idea, because my wife kind of gave me a clue. Because my wife's first question was, how did he open
the
and I said, okay, just keep watching.
Question about Ultraman. So when we first got introduced to him and was talking about saying Superman should stay out of his country or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was a projected voice. That was audio pre-recorded audio.
It could be Lex.
It could be Lex.
Who knows who was speaking?
Yeah, because it was talking about the accent not being.
Being.
Okay. So it was okay. All right.
That could have been able.
I hated Ultraman.
Yeah, I don't like.
I hated everything about Ultraman from beginning to end. From the useless fighting that they were doing, the A1, F9, the B22 nonsense they were doing from the.
You know when I realized what it took me half a film to realize how much of a robot with no brain he was. It's when he was carrying donuts for people and carrying tea and turning on lights. Then I realized.
Yeah, but 1 second.
Yeah, go on.
But after Crypto destroyed the toys, he was still able to break this guy's arm. So he has some autonomy.
Oh yeah.
It's
But
not
yeah,
from primal
yeah, but it's like a dumb.
instinct.
It's like
Yeah.
a dumb brute.
Hmm?
It's like a
No.
proper dumb brute.
Yeah, but a dumb brute that is still strong enough to at least.
No, so
Oh,
so
yeah,
it can fight, but it can't strategize.
Yeah, you can fight.
Yeah, no,
This is what-
exactly. So that's what. So
Yeah.
he's not.
No, what I meant was in terms of he has no independent thought of this is what when I say a robot, I mean the way Lex is controlling him. Oh, okay, this guy, you're almost
Well,
like a Solomon Grundy type.
Yeah, but even after they took away his A1, A2,
Yeah.
the guy was still able to like give
His
Superman
PS,
a
his
run.
Yeah,
PS, his PS
but
controls.
same as, I'm not talking about his fighting ability. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel that this guy, because like what's an engineer? She was emoting. She was.
Oh yeah. Oh, I understand that. Okay.
But this guy was, to me, it might as well have just been a robot.
His agency, he has not. He has
He had
none.
zero.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
that fighting thing is the lowest. It's like while watching when it first started that fighting A1.
Yes.
I tried to say, okay, this is a silly film. This is a silly film. I can go with it. I could not convince myself to enjoy it or to
So
even
you know what
believe it. Yeah.
I today what I struggle with especially was the moves being called
Before
and Superman not being able to deal with it at all.
it's like
It's made me feel like the guy is not sharp enough. Like he was.
Okay.
They pulled this cape, swung him around, grabbed like he really made him look.
it looked foolish. Like Abba. So they will call the
Guys,
let's watch the
because we're moving. We moved away from character discussions.
Oh,
But
they
just-
say-
You have someone else in the waiting room, right?
yeah, we've
So-
got Duke. Do
Sorry.
you want to add Duke now, or do you want
let him
Duke,
let him with the few minutes.
to? Yeah, Duke. Come on, turn your
bring
camera.
it.
We'll add you
Bring
on
him
when
in.
you're ready.
Bring him
Okay.
in. Let him come on.
Yeah.
Let him come and defend Superman and Luthor.
Right. So can I talk about my two favorite characters? Because I just we've not reached it. So no, I'm not going to talk about Mr. Terrific because I know somebody else mentioned Mr. Terrific. So let me park that. I am very, 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 very happy with Guy Gardner. One of my best scenes was what's the phrase? Make a move, Big Blue, or something like that. When he's I love Guy Gardner.
That's straight from the comics, right?
Yeah.
It's that kind of scene that 1 second later is going to be slapped out of his life. Like in a fight, it's like when that stupid small child that only has big mouth is challenging the boss and he says rubbish, make a move, and he beats him.
Is that Sheyi? Sheyi, you
Wait,
change your shirt.
what's happening? Sorry, can I say the production crew? Are we just inviting clones of the guests?
Yeah, it looks like Sheyi, it looks like Raptor just changed his shirt.
This is Bizarro to
This is Bizarro to Raptor.
That's funny.
Welcome, Duke. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. So
Yes,
at
hi
this point,
guys. Hello.
we are discussing the Justice Gang. Full
The Justice
spoilers. Yes. What do you think of them?
The Justice Gang.
Yes.
You see, this is the funny thing. I actually liked Guy Gardner.
Okay.
Before this movie, I thought I was going to hate him, and I was meant to hate him. But actually, I actually liked him, as in not dislike him because they want us to dislike him. I actually liked him. I really liked him in this movie. Of course, Mr. Terrific was terrific. Hawkwoman didn't do much. She was just there. I loved her scream. Apart from that, nothing else. But yeah, no, I actually liked
Oh,
her.
why do you guys like that scream? I hated it.
Oh, I love the scream. Oh,
Wait,
the scream.
I like
Oh, I
it.
love the scream.
Aquaman did something at the end of the movie, though.
Oh, you mean when she killed the president?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I found that very interesting, and I really want to see how that plays out.
I mean,
But the Justice Gang, they didn't have scruples about killing, though.
yeah, they
Yeah,
were
but
they were
There's a
okay with
difference
it.
between
They dispatched
I'm
extreme prejudice.
I'm okay killing. There's a difference between that and I'm going to kill the president of a nation. That scene, I'm like, okay.
You see,
This
right,
sets the tone.
by the time we got to that point, I sort of realized the kind of movie it was. So it was cartoony. So at that point, fine, you kill someone, you kill someone. It didn't carry the weight of a killing to me. It just, fine, this man has to die, so throw him down and
So,
he's going to die.
one thing that I want you all to note here is when the next MCU movie comes out, Duke would never do this kind of great.
No. See, and here's the thing, right? No. You see, right? You think I'm giving this movie a pass, but let me just tell you.
No.
We don't think.
I know you are.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Here's the thing, right? I liked the movie, right? I gave it a 7.5. But even when I came out of the cinema, I was telling you that there's something that I felt was missing, and I've been thinking about this. And what I realized was that this movie just wanted to be good and safe, right? It wasn't striving for greatness.
Duke, sorry.
It wasn't.
Do you have a fan on? Can you turn your fan off?
Oh yeah, actually I do have a fan.
Thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't striving for greatness. It was just trying to be good. And I feel that I got that sense of something being muted in it, right? And that's why, for me, I enjoyed it. 7.5, but I didn't love it. And I felt that, to launch the new DCU, I felt you had to try to be great. You know what? Say what you want about Man of Steel. That movie strives to be great. That movie tried to be great. Honestly.
Oh, so it just fell flat. It tried.
Yeah. I know that. See, this movie, right? I came to the end of this movie, and there was no iconic line. There was no iconic shot. There was no scene that gave me goosebumps. You understand? It was just an enjoyable movie all the way through. And like I said, I needed a great movie to launch this new era, right?
Yes.
And this is not it. So as usual, we have to wait for Batman to save the day.
Okay, we can kick Duke off the podcast now. Thank
all
you
the
very
time.
much for your
We have to wait for Batman
comment.
to come and save the day, because this was not it. Right? This was a good movie.
How many times did you rehearse that, Duke?
No. It actually just came to me right now that I'm thinking about it. So when I said Man of Steel, I just said, Man of Steel, then Batman. It had to be Batman. Because
Duke, you give good film 7.5.
Because
you don't give good film 7.5. You very, very tight with points.
No, it was good. 7.5. Good. It was good because it was. Look,
you wanted a 9/10 movie.
Don't get what. Yes, but this 7.5, I feel that you can add this 1 points. Let me just. If I put 0.5, it would die. I would die.
No, the reason why I would say 7.5 is that it had a Superman that was great. Probably, yes. I mean, if I have to think about it, probably my favorite Superman. Right?
I think everybody agrees with that.
Yeah. My favorite Superman. So that's why I think it had it had great elements in it. You know what I'm saying? It had a great Superman, it had a great Green Lantern, it had a great Mr. Terrific. It just, as a whole thing, he just did not make he just didn't make a great movie. And when I think about movies, well, I'm thinking to myself, right, when you watch a Superman, and I know we keep saying that we don't want another origin story. We don't want another origin story. But I'm watching this movie and I'm thinking, where is Clark Kent, right? Where is Clark Kent's life? Where is this? Where is that? You know, it just felt too much like an episode of Superman and his merry friend. Do you understand?
Actually, Duke, to put a point there, one of the earlier rumors of this movie, it was like it was supposed to be a week in the life of Clark Kent. So basically, a week where things happen. You have your Monday, you have your Tuesday, you have your Wednesday, you have your
exactly, yeah.
Is it possible?
And all through the movie, right, we had to keep giving it passes. Like, how could this happen? Okay, fine. You know what?
Yeah, exactly.
But is it possible because
it doesn't make sense? But you know what? We'll just forgive it.
It gets a lot of passes.
Yeah,
because it had the best Superman.
Yeah,
the action Superman.
Yeah, beyond the best Superman, we also had a lot.
It had the best Lewis.
Yeah. It had the best Lewis. Yeah,
I think you have things like that where certain elements of the film you like it so much.
Yeah.
Like it now makes you turn a blind eye to some obvious flaws in the same movie.
Yeah.
And normally, if that other bit was not so good for you,
you
would be so vicious against the film.
Exactly. Yeah.
Say, Kex, if David Corenswet was
honestly,
even a bit less than he was in this movie, even if it was Tyler, the choreography was Tyler in this movie, it would get smashed by us here on the pod. It would get smashed by people outside.
Exactly. I mean, even to
I don't think David even saves the film for me.
I agree. If this was the MCU movie, right, and someone walked up to someone's fortress with 100% confidence that it's DNA marker, he just knew. I would be the first one to be shouting, what kind of nonsense is this?
Hey!
For some reason, I just forgave this movie because of the tone it set and and the way we were going.
Okay. So I appreciate that. Because I don't get me wrong, I like David, but he did, for me, this one was saved by other people. Mr. Terrific, Lewis, those were the ones for me. Guy Gardner.
No.
Crypto.
Crypto.
Whatever you
better than the Superman that was in the movie.
Okay, what I'm saying, that all those things that you're considering good that saved the movie, if they were not as good as they were, for people it's different things. If they're not as good as they were in the movie, the flaws will be so magnified that I don't think this movie will barely get a 5 over 10. Without those things.
But that's why they're all in the movie, right? To play their part and save it. So
I think David was one of the biggest positives in the film.
For me,
David,
Current Superman.
Then, to me, we are both Lex. He's terrific. I think for me, it's David himself. Because if the main character is weak, almost to me, all bets are off for me. And then I'll be talking about Mr. Terrific all game long. Or I'm talking about Guy Gardner. I liked. He's my favorite Superman. Who says a lot.
So, if you put, and I don't want to start making MRS, but if he was, what's his name, Cavill as Superman in this movie, no matter how you look at it, we'll be all on the flaws of this movie.
Yes, I'll be reckoning it.
We'll be reckoning it completely.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's Cavill.
Yeah.
If he was David in Man of Steel.
Well, okay. So
you have to consider tone.
Yeah, that's
what I'm considering tone.
I'm saying that
I want to do a public service apology to the people that was like Man of Steel.
Yeah,
I didn't like Man of Steel. Blah 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 blah. Because I remember watching Man of Steel the first day and I came out and I was uncomfortable with all the destruction. Yeah. At the end of this movie, when it came written and directed by James Gunn, the first thing I asked myself was, "Do I prefer this film to Man of Steel?" I was like, "No, Man of Steel. I prefer Man of Steel to this film." And I think Man of Steel is a better Superman film than this film. It is weird. For Man of Steel, I was watching some things and I was remembering the world engine in Man of Steel. Mm-hmm. I was looking at some of the production of Man of Steel, some of the way Krypton looked. Move away from that. Some of the action scenes in Man of Steel, Man of Steel better film me.
I disagree.
I'm not even going to argue against that. I mean, look at the way Krypton looked in Man of Steel. I mean, forget about the
flight scenes, sequences in Man of Steel.
In Man of Steel, Goosebumps. I remember how Man of Steel made me feel in certain points. This movie never gave me that.
I always say that for me,
like that.
That Man of Steel was a good technical film. I just didn't like it as a Superman film. So it's the opposite thing. So I never liked it as a Superman film.
Gotcha.
I always thought it was a good technical film. The scale of it was more epic.
Yes.
The scale of this film is literally one village.
It generally feels like someone said, it feels like an episode of Superman.
I agree that if you don't like this kind of tone, you probably will hate this film actually.
It's not even the tone that much. It was just in the logic and in the plus and even
in Man of Steel, there are maybe like 2-3 scenes you need to change to make it a perfect movie. Here, there are a lot of things you need to change. And Man of Steel, like you're right, this is a better Superman movie than Man of Steel was. Yeah. But Man of Steel, I don't think.
What are we watching? Isn't it a Superman movie?
Yeah, no, like this movie does a better job at showing you Superman, the character, making you believe in Superman.
I think this is the biggest disconnect.
Yes,
it's the film versus it as a film, it as a Superman film. and some people loved that Superman, that version of Superman, and I'm guessing that those people will not like this, and some people go, this is Superman, and they like the tone of it, and so I guess it's parties.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You
So
know,
it's
my son, who never watched, he's never watched the original Superman, and this is weird. He's never watched the original Superman. His Superman that he knows is the Henry Cavill one.
Cavill.
Yeah.
He preferred this, and he gave this a 9/10, and he was well in. And this is Mr. Miserable.
Yeah.
The strange thing is, my wife, who grew up with Christopher Reeves,
Yes.
did not like this film at all.
I mean, so see, this
That's an age disconnect.
Like, not
That's an
everyone,
age disconnect.
not everyone has this deification of Christopher Reeves. Right? I don't really rate Christopher Reeves, to be honest.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Okay.
If you rewatch the movies, you wouldn't.
I rate him. I rate him, but
I don't really rate.
Yeah, but I thought my wife would like this more.
Yeah,
Or she was really down on the film.
I mean, the guy gets his ass handed to him. There is.
her biggest issue.
Can we talk about the? I don't want to use overcorrection, but can we talk about the very strong
Overcorrection.
pivots from some of the elements of Man of Steel, right? Some of the complaints from Man of Steel were, he didn't save enough people, destroyed the city, did not care.
Parkent was saying
Parkent
things.
was
Yeah.
able to say, leave them if they have to die, save your not in so many words, but Parkent was more about him than community or everybody else, Let's talk about Jor-El, who says you will lead them into the light.
Oh God.
Jor-El of Man of Steel to Jor-El here. Now let's talk about this Jor-El.
I hate that. I see. That is my worst part about this movie. Jor-El and Lara in this film. See, I get what you are trying to go for, but if I have to write a rant about this movie, that would be my biggest sticking point. That was why this movie went from an 8 to a 7. Jor-El and Lara here.
Can I make a statement? Can I make a statement?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I've been thinking about this for a while. I actually, in my mind, and so guys, this is not sorry. Anyway, I actually think John Gunn struggled with the heart of this film.
James Gunn.
Why do you keep calling him John?
What did I say just now?
You keep saying John. You've been saying John all
Okay, so
day.
James Gunn.
Yeah.
I think he struggled with the heart. What his message for this film was. I think when he does his Guardians of Galaxies films, his Suicide Squad, his message is clear. I think he struggled with this whole motivation of what made
Superman
Superman who he was. He's trying to move away from Henry Cavill. But the family bit didn't land for me. The family bits in terms of Mark Kent.
I'm talking about Parkent and Mark Kent.
Yeah, we don't like him at all. Yeah.
Right, okay, right.
So that didn't land. His monologue at the end to Lex to justify his existence did not land.
It was cringe.
His parents' message, the way he went with it, didn't land. So all of the things that normally are the drivers for the whole overall morality of Superman did not land. Superman himself and his morality, I liked and enjoyed it. But in terms of how you got to that point and how you explained it, none of it landed for me.
It didn't land.
Yeah,
and we were supposed to take from it that he got it from one of his parents, but it didn't land.
Yes,
he definitely gave. He did not get it from that Parkent. Like that. So where did it come from?
That's harsh. I think this is very harsh on
Why you treat Pa like that?
And the quick transition from the beginning of the film where I love listening to my parents.
True, exactly.
Then I listen to my parents. I was like, God, calm down now.
I hated that a lot because it's like in James Gunn by bookending the scenes with that one with your biological parents, where you come from, and then to your grandparents. It was doing nature versus nurture. But the fact that you missed the point of immigrants, where it's not about giving up your entire culture from before, it's about combining them together. It's like you just completely misunderstood what Superman is all about. He's not giving up. He's not giving up. I'm a Kryptonian. Yes, there are times where in Man of Steel he made that choice between saving Krypton and saving it, but that's different from him respecting his heritage and what this is calling for. So when you now make, and I had this is my biggest issue with this film.
To be honest, that was to me the biggest miss.
Yeah.
An immigrant does not have to make a choice
between
one or the
one
other.
parent or the other. The
have-
strength of immigrants is that we
It's
combine
both. Yes,
both.
and they missed that entirely.
And it's just so it pissed me off because I'm like, James
Yeah,
Gunn
I
is like,
agree.
you don't know what Superman means to. It's as if you misunderstand what Superman means as an alien coming into a new world and trying to find his place in this new world. It sends the wrong message.
Tunde, I think what Keck said, it's not as if James Gunn didn't know. I think he knew, but what was overarching in his mind was the overcorrection.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the man of steel was so much in his face that in trying to maybe not do opposite of what they did, he now messed up a lot of the Superman meteors. Because it's one thing for you to say, "Oh, go and form a harem," right? That's fine. All you just had to do after was to say it was doctored. That would have done something.
I'm just trying to remember. Did they use the word harem in the
Yes.
Oh, they did.
They
use that word.
Use the word. So like, and to me, you sat down, you've written that. All you just needed to do was someone should just say, "Oh yeah, okay, so we are going to say, let's fix it, right?"
Yes.
He said no,
it's real, and they made pains to make us know that this is real.
It's real.
Exactly. Yeah. So I felt
that was an overcorrection.
Yeah, I felt like because he was so focused on that.
Yeah,
a lot of things in this movie that would have made this movie a flawless movie, because my score for it is 7 because I trust James Gunn. I know what I was going to do, and he delivered. If you like him, you maybe give the film an 8 or a 9 because you love him. I knew what the areas he was not going to fail. Earlier, I've already praised the acting, the directing, all those things. He did it flawlessly, but those issues, because I don't know how Man of Steel just felt like, because I'm saying Man of Steel,
a millstone around his neck.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the direction of this film.
Yeah, we can get to that. Well, yeah, still on this.
I just wanted to sorry.
Yeah, still on this MOS and the parent scheme in this movie. It also made the conflict Superman felt a bit trite. Okay, you've been you are 30 years old.
Yes.
You've been doing good. Okay, you just found out your parents told you this thing.
Yes.
I get it. It causes some discomfort, but it's not
it's
not the life-changing thing to question your existence for. What is my morality now? What am I doing? What's my purpose? I'm like,
I know you guys.
What about the people that turned on him with the dead body of the kaiju there?
Oh my god!
Asta fans, the Asta fans. All of you were Asta fans.
In 1 second, in
1 second, don't throw a can at his head.
Just kill the kaiju, right? And then you see something on the screen. We hate.
And the kaiju is still there.
So my take on, I know we've talked about the parents, right?
Yeah.
People say it didn't work, but to me, again, it worked because they are the type of parents, earthly parents. They're the type of parents that will raise a 33-year-old child, because that guy was a child. When he was complaining about the whole thing, Lois looked more mature. She looked at him like, "Of course,
absolutely, no question."
Lois is way more mature than his
so
guy.
like, of course, you gotta look for babe to toast you. Like, it was like you can't do it, Joe. You can't do it. Let's leave that thing. Not face new issues. The child, my parents, I didn't know that. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy now?
And if you check their conversation, that's probably not the first time he's walked out on Lewis. Like that's not the first time he's broken out. Just to cut conversations and just walk out.
No, Lewis was way more wise in the way of the world.
Yeah.
When he asked the questions, that's why he was stammering.
I'm sure she was the one that initiated that relationship in the first place.
No question.
Yeah. He said it that, "Are you sure you want to do this?" He was like, hey. I said, "Are you sure?" Okay, let's do it now. He now started getting angry. I love the acting. People were going to die. I was like, Oh, that means you're a child now. That's how a child will react, in my
To
opinion.
be
Like,
fair, they kind of got where he was
Coming from, yeah.
But again, sorry to go back to this, but one of the major messages or things that mandates that this guy had in his movie was, I'm going to make a Superman film that Superman is human.
Mhm.
So Superman is weak. Superman gets angry.
Yeah.
Superman gets sad and confused. Superman stammers and stutters. Superman loses his temper when you take his dog. You know, there was
yes.
a lot here
I
of
love that.
Yeah.
even at the end, that monologue where he's like, "That's what it means to be human." Sometimes I was like,
No. See,
But
no,
it was clear. It didn't
I
land.
agree with
"It
everything.
was
but
no."
that monologue was
I'm
terrible.
saying, yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was good. I'm actually saying that it was a mandate that he had in his head that I'm going to make this guy relatable.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I'm gonna make
Yeah.
But he made him too relatable for me. I'm going to make him lose every single fight he has in this.
I don't even mind that.
I do.
No, see, to me,
I
That's the
do.
problem. Like,
to me, the very beginning of the film, this
I
was
do.
about the one time he lost a fight. It literally, it's like this. This is the first time he's going to lose a fight, and this is what we are showing you.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
do.
from that first time, L,
Yeah.
L, L, capital letter,
Yes.
L, super 2, L,
Yeah.
just connect L,
Yeah.
the go.
No, it
Yeah.
was- and then he now charged up. Okay, they say you charge 85%. Are you sure you want to go back? No. I gotta go back to
personally, it's
Like,
100.
it's again.
Still collect beating.
So it's like
Yeah, but he's
Nah.
fighting somebody who's what? He's fighting somebody who's more powerful than him.
No, he's
Yeah,
fighting somebody who's the
he's
same
not-
level as him. But
No,
he's fighting someone who is more
no.
strong than
He
him.
said it in the film. That guy's stronger than him.
I beg, he's not stronger than him.
Oh,
That
okay,
was stated in the film.
okay.
He's stronger.
Stronger than him, and he still won the
Yes.
fight at the end of this. Okay.
Well, they pushed him.
I
Let
don't
him
think
let
Lex
him
said
fall
that
into the
too.
black
Oh
hole.
yeah.
He said that.
No, they said it. He said
He
he was
said it.
stronger.
Oh,
I watched
stronger.
this one. He said it.
Yeah.
He's stronger than you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't
Yes.
clock that.
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't clock that.
But that entire fight, I like that direction you were saying about it. That's part of what I didn't like.
And the fights, I couldn't see a lot.
Which part of it? The PS, the
Okay.
PlayStation E2, E3, or which one?
Yeah.
Now,
PlayStation
when it comes to
Yeah,
the
because
PlayStation parts, right?
If
now,
you
Let's
see,
kind of like zooming, spinning around, doing a lot.
Duke was
I
trying
know
to say
that's no
something.
battle.
no,
no,
see,
not
when
really
it comes to
important.
PlayStation parts, right? Look, I know I've been joking about this, but to be honest, for me, it worked. Like it worked. Because
No. You know what? I swear,
if
I
you take the
I
tone
get
of the
it.
movie, like if
No,
you take the silly tone of the movie, right? And you know, Lex had all these gamer people that he had together, right?
Yeah.
And the way they were treating it all like a game. Of course, if you're playing a game, then you do 1A, 2B, 2Bs. Of
Yeah,
course,
but
it works.
to
For
us,
me. Yeah.
and I don't want
Say.
to. When I was that film, I said if that was me.
Yeah.
I would have written that differently. That Lex has programmed that game with all the moves, but let the game
He
do
doesn't
the
say,
moves
he doesn't
now.
actually have to say. He's-
Not you be saying 4A. So you will call, I will listen,
So-
then I will type it. And
The way
I'll relax now.
My-
Which interface is this?
Yeah. the way I see the gamer scene is like this.
Yes.
They want what James Gunn was trying to do. He wanted us to know that Lex is the villain of this film.
And he
It's
has
the
started,
antagonist.
and has stopped
So
it.
he wants it
Started
to be
Superman.
he wants to be in your face. That Lex is the bad guy here. He's not an armchair bad guy. He's not someone that is just sending this guy to go and fight. He's the person that you are supposed to be looking out against. Yeah.
When he put a bullet in Malik's head, I don't think there was any doubt at all. in
No,
anything.
like I'm saying, even in the
No, we
fight.
got the C5. We got the PlayStation before he
No,
put the bullet.
Yeah, I know,
Okay,
but
I'm saying
like,
that when you
I
are
don't
watching the
see
fight
how-
scenes, when you are watching the fight scenes, in those fight scenes, it
Yeah.
wants it to be clear to you as the audience that it's Superman versus Lex, not Superman versus Ultraman.
Yeah, and his brain. Yeah,
I
that was
Yeah, that was
So
the
Lex
point.
is a-
Of,
like Paco said, if he had programmed it like we could, type these commands into this computer into Ultraman,
yeah,
Sorry.
and then he executes it, then that would be fine. But
No.
not him.
it's not. What I'm saying is that if it does that, when we are doing when we are seeing the fight, we are just seeing Superman versus Ultraman fight. But in this
No,
now,
no,
the
no,
way
no,
he's
no,
doing
no,
it,
no,
we get
make
to
it
cut.
stop.
We
Okay,
get
I
to
see
cut
what
back
you
to Lex. We get to cut to Lex being the armchair person.
Let me
Like you're
try
calling-
and bring what Dapo is saying, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how about this? Lex programs a Jarvis like Iron Man.
Yes.
The communication is between Lex and his supercomputer. What strategies are we going to use for Jarvis says, I think A2, B2, blah, 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 blah. And it's something with a computer that can execute.
Then you don't. Then you see, if it does that, you don't get the fun part of the entire fight, the gamer's reaction. Which is the fun part of it? Which is the fun part of it that people like.
So wait. So here's the thing. He sacrificed organism.
It exactly
for the complaint that people are gonna make.
Yes, it's like you guys. I'm doing a comic book movie.
Yeah.
People are going to enjoy this gamer scene. I want people to feel that Lex is the person that Superman is fighting, not Ultraman. Ultraman is just a stand-in. If we could have put the other best thing for him to do is put Lex in the suit itself and have him fight Superman.
Can we talk about Crypto and Metamorpho as well?
Let's do Crypto, the best dog, the worst dog.
Crypto.
I love the fact that it was so unruly. I didn't realize it was going to be that because I skipped the trailers. Yeah. So I didn't realize how unruly this dog was.
Unruly it was,
So both are up. The best dog, the worst dog. Both qualify.
Yeah. Well, so basically, it's a dog.
It's a dog.
I liked that he was unruly. That he was
absolutely
efficient Crypto.
The fact that he could not leave that dog alone with his cows.
Yes,
enough.
So to me, why it worked was because I didn't like Crypto. Right. I didn't like Crypto at all, but it worked because of the payoff at the end. I was like, oh, so it's not even his dog.
He said it in the beginning.
He did two things for me.
Yeah.
I looked at his Superman's reaction when Lex took the dog.
Yeah.
Initially, he looked like, oh, it's his dog, he's angry. Yeah. No, it's not sad because he took his dog. Yeah. It was sad because it's not his dog. It's not my dog. Yeah. It's not my dog. And you took a dog that is not mine. And then when she showed up and see how she behaved to Kara, I was like, this dog, no, this dog, behavior at all. This dog, no.
And that's how Kara trained him because Kara likes that behavior from him.
She didn't train it. That's how Kara trained
it. This is my small nitpick. If this was a more realistic film, I'll be like, Superman should never let this dog leave the Fortress of Solitude because it can kill anybody. You go and play with a child the way to play with Superman like this, and that's the end.
That's a very dangerous dog. That's
very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
I'm surprised Lex only ended up with a broken arm.
Yeah.
It's part of the things we are talking about where I don't want to make it look like MCU abuse.
Or the undercuts the seriousness of.
Yeah, those are the things where we see it happen, but it's funny. We all laugh about it, but nobody's asking, are you sure Lex is okay? Like,
But what you said about undercutting, that scene already was too cringe. That this was the first time.
It felt like
I was happy.
With the speech.
Yeah, this was the first time I was happy that everybody with a joke.
It was to me, there's almost a Loki scene now.
It's a Loki Hulk scene.
That's exactly what it was.
No, it was this speech was more of like the Captain America Brave New World speech from you. I am
here. But the interaction of the speech and getting slammed. It's a Loki for.
I liked Metamorpho a lot more than I expected. I don't know. I wasn't expecting much from that character, but I actually liked him. Yeah, no, I like. I don't know who the actor is.
So, did not like Metamorpho. Hated the CG of his kid, of the green kid. Hated.
Looked like something from Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
It was like I was like, what is this now? This is a toy.
We needed motivation for him to switch. So
I loved Metamorpho. Like I was looking at it and I was like, wow, PD production design have done a great job.
Okay, so you're the VFX man. Tell us.
Yeah, the production design on the film was very good. Like all the sets, everything. And at the end, I was looking at the credits and they did some shooting in Atlanta. I watched the film with someone from my school who was like, oh yeah, I remember that place. That place is somewhere in Midtown and stuff like that. So PD production design of the film was very good. The VFX, obviously, I was telling this guy on the group, nothing groundbreaking. You get they didn't do anything, but it was on point. I didn't look at anything and say this didn't look good. Everything looked good. Yeah. Metamorpho, what I really liked it was when he changed his hand to kryptonite, right?
Yeah.
It looked really good. It looked really good. Like I was like,
But
okay.
when it was creating the mini sun,
The song, I like that.
Yeah, even
yes.
that looked nice. Then I also liked I don't know what they call that goo, the antimatter.
Anti-proton
The
stream.
anti-proton river.
Yeah,
I
it looked
you.
I
very.
hated it.
It
I
looked
didn't like it because
Now,
there was a sequence where he was drowning and holding up the baby, and he was being attacked. I didn't see anything that was happening.
Yeah. So that fight was chaotic. But if you look at the texture and feel of the liquid itself, it wasn't like water. It felt like blocks.
Like lava.
Like
blocks. It reminds me of one movie. I
Like-
can't remember.
Like pixels. Yeah.
Like pixels, yeah.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Like
Yeah.
Minecraft, yeah.
Minecraft type. Yeah.
Minecraft, yeah, it was very stylized, and I really liked that. I was like, oh yeah, nice. Someone they tried to do something, but in terms of VFX, film was well made. Everybody did their job. The black hole looked like a black hole, although the effect was kind of
No, that black hole was B-Tech black hole, please.
That black hole is too small. Not to really.
Yeah.
We are seeing interstellar black hole now.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
I say that.
Sorry to go back again, though, but we've seen Man of Steel Black. Was that not
The
Black
world
Hole?
engine.
Like
yeah,
the world
no.
engine one that he flew away from.
Yeah.
Come on.
I was like,
We've seen better.
now. I don't know what's going on. Even the fight at the end where he was fighting with those rivers or
Yeah.
raptors or whatever. And he went up.
You know,
spun up.
as for that man,
Yeah.
I'm like, what's all
So
this?
no, so I kind of like that. Not the effect, the fact that he knew he could do that. And he could power up. I don't know why I like that.
Look,
I've always hated the trope where someone is fighting hordes anyway, so I hate it.
you
Yeah.
like it.
So I want to ask, when he dislocated his shoulder, did you notice the color of the suit for where his shoulder dislocated was different?
I did not.
No, what was it? What happened?
So
there?
it
He popped it back in,
lighter
right?
shade of blue.
Okay.
Where his shoulder dislocated. So I was thinking, because I remember New 52, it wasn't really like a suit or like an energy.
Yeah,
something
Oh, like a nano,
that.
nano stuff.
Yeah, that was in play, because when he dislocated his shoulder, that part was the lighter shade, and then he now
Okay, I didn't
Popped
notice.
it back, and I
and
did
then
not
the color
know that.
now faded back in. So I was like, what are
You
you
might be
trying?
you might be onto something.
Yeah,
I
so I saw that. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question that most people vex for in Man of Steel. Superman killing Ultraman.
It didn't feel like a death at all.
Exactly. I mean, we know he's dying.
It did.
It didn't feel like he killed.
Is it that? Is it really dying, or is it being pushed to another dimension?
It doesn't matter if he's being pushed another dimension. As far as we know, he's sending him into a black hole that is dead. In
Okay.
movie, it's killing him.
Okay.
But because it doesn't feel like he's dead, it doesn't bother people as much as Superman doing this next snap.
So this is where they do these cheats sometimes.
Yeah.
It was almost like it's not that I'm killing you, I'm escaping, and the black hole is grabbing you.
No, this was not black hole is grabbing you. He pushed him in.
They pushed him and something
pushed him.
into
but
the path of.
But that place doesn't kill you now.
What?
That place doesn't kill you.
What doesn't kill you?
It's a pocket universe, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
it's a black hole. It's not a pocket universe.
It was a pocket universe, right? It was a pocket universe.
No. It's a black hole. It's not a pocket universe.
It's a black hole.
Wait. In the end, that thing that was coming was a pocket universe.
It was a black hole.
It was a black hole.
It was a black hole.
Is both in the sense that when Lex created the pocket universe, right?
Yes.
There was a black hole
There's a black hole
at the end of it. So that black hole is what sucking
Exactly, it was a black hole, right? It was not another.
everything. So yeah,
But he was sucked into the pocket universe first.
No, they fought in the pocket universe. Inside where they were fighting, there was a black hole, which is where the guy got sucked into.
Sucked in, okay. Yeah, but he got sucked in. Did Superman kill him?
Yes.
I don't think it's dead. I don't think it's gone.
No, see, I'm not saying he's dead.
Oh yeah,
I'm
but
saying
as far as we're
for
concerned,
the purposes of that
Is
scene.
Is Superman killing him? Did he push him?
Yes.
No.
He pushed him into it.
So Tunde, I think
It's like what Batman said in this. It's like what Batman said in what's this thing called? In Batman Begins. That I'm not saving you. I'm not. You tied somebody to a falling train. And you said I'm not saving you.
I'm not going to that.
So Tunde, I think the way we should look at it is this, right? Because like Dako said, you can just excuse it that he's a cop out. But to me, the worrying thing is you saw a kaiju. You were like, oh my god, they killed this thing. You saw your clone. The person looks exactly like you,
and you didn't feel a thing.
No, you just look at it like, oh, it's
Yeah,
just
but
a of me. And
See,
the thing can't even talk. This thing is like a shell. It can't even talk.
It doesn't matter.
compared
Can the
to
kaiju talk?
You know what I'm saying is it's almost like it's somebody took a clone of you, but it's almost like brain dead. It's not.
See, that one. This
it's like a
Superman.
mercy killing. I'll kill it.
So this Superman that throughout the entire movie they've made pains to establish he has never killed. Peacemaker came on TV to say this guy is making us look bad with his stupid no killing role. He's the same guy that is saving squirrels and saving and like he's fighting a giant kaiju monster. And it's like, oh, maybe I can take him to a zoo.
So let me admit. Until you guys mentioned this now, in my mind, I didn't realize I killed anybody. Until you guys mentioned this now, it literally somebody has taken you. And like, so when you were saying it, I was thinking, when? I had to remember that. Oh, okay, this is what you guys are talking about.
Guys that he did laser whatever to.
I'm like,
to show them
alive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this was a narrative trick by Gon to make sure like, oh, it's just falling into a black hole. But at the end of the day, it's when I'm looking at the themes of Superman, I'm like, whoa, are you trying to tell me that at the one point where it's supposed to matter the most, he doesn't care about it? Yeah.
I want to say something because he was actually.
We have a guest in the room. We have a bump. We have a bump you to be the.
Oh, this thing can only take 6.
Yeah, because it looks wonky. Once you start getting beyond.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's all come and talk.
Goodbye, Bizarro.
Okay, so what did you want to say before?
Yeah, I want to say that they actually asked God at the round table if Superman can kill, and he said yes. That if the circumstance calls for it, and somebody's life is at danger, that he believes that Superman can kill. So they asked him the question. So for him, it's not as egregious as the way something. But again, it's how it's presented on screen.
Yeah,
right. You kill it by throwing it into a black hole. I mean, if Cal in pushed Zod
into a black hole,
we will not be having conversations.
It's like Chris Reeves killed. He killed as well. In a similar manner, he pushes.
I'm not against Superman being a guy that can kill. I'm not against that at all. Like my favorite Superman comic was when he was telling Joker that I generally don't kill. And Joker was like, generally? He said, yes, generally. It's vague intentionally like that. But in this situation though, where it's
what happened? What happened?
Raptor kicked that ball. That's so funny. But my problem with it, Kev, in this movie is that they went to too much lengths to establish that he doesn't kill. And when he finally does something that looks like he kills somebody, he's treated as if it's not a big deal.
Okay, so I'll ask a question now, honestly. Yeah. So, what do you think he could have done in that situation that would be different?
Well, nothing. His reaction to it.
There's nothing he could have done in that scene because it was literally more like he snapped his hand, he snapped his shoulders to switch positions, and the guy got thrown down.
No. He pushed him. He saw the bus coming. He pushed him to the bus.
I mean, there was nothing. I mean, I'm not trying to. I do agree with what Keck says that if he calls for, but I don't even think that's an intentional kill. If I think about it, you saw something coming to dislodge him. Huh?
It's not about whether it's intentional or not. My problem was the reaction afterwards. Okay, you've killed this guy. The next thing is making a joke about it.
No. I understand. I agree with you in terms of the reaction afterward. But you see, I'm going to take something from a verse that someone here on Discord does not like. You see, there's something that happens in anime when a truck kills somebody. It's the truck.
I didn't kill him. It's the truck that killed him.
It's the truck that killed him. We're putting the responsibility on the truck.
We'll let the Sama hater respond to you here.
It's the truck that killed him. I mean, But yeah, it's I do see the part of like the sympathy and all that it should have had, but I mean, honestly, when I viewed Ultraman, I was like, this guy this guy is a literal Bluetooth speaker. I just felt like he was just,
Makes it worse.
Wale-
It's a Bluetooth speaker.
I think that
Because
makes it
when Lex was talking, it's not from his view it was coming out from. When I think he has a full-fledged Bluetooth speaker. That's I mean, I'm not like what they call it. What's the word? I'm not making the life smaller, but I mean, I think the way it just went by, it didn't even stick that somebody passed. It just like, and again, because it's comics, and there are all these theories of the black hole, bizarro world, all this kind of.
Yeah.
There's a possibility for Ultraman to come back.
No, see, I've settled. I'm fine with Ultraman. Like, if you tell me tomorrow Ultraman is back, I don't mind. I don't care. My own problem with it was just the way it was presented. That this guy doesn't care, and then he's reacting to death as if it's a joke. That can't you see I'm busy? And he pops through that back, and he has no other reaction to it. Like, you just gloss over the death to make it not seem like a death in the movie, and that was what bothered me about it.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
What is your rating?
They're not even blink twice.
Overall opinion.
It didn't stick to me.
Yeah, exactly. It did, because that guy was not a character. He didn't speak. The minute
It's the same. It's the same way if you come into the modern world when we talk about even cloning.
Yeah.
Now, anyone who I don't know, does anyone have any science background like microbiology and medical stuff here?
We've read comics about it. Don't worry.
Okay, so like no, it's not that. Like even in the medical sense, because when you're doing research, the cloned rats are the expendable rats. The real rats are just there. So I'm just bringing that into like into the modern world. Yeah,
I'll be fine with that if not the amount of compassion he showed for a kaiju. Yeah, like all of these things, I'll be fine with it. It's a Bluetooth speaker, but you showed so much care when you're fighting this particular giant monster that is just find the strength everywhere. And then when it comes to your clone,
but it was him on the clone, wasn't it? I guess.
I don't mind.
Yeah,
I don't mind. I don't mind. See, like, I don't mind him killing the clone, but like I expected more of a reaction than just a joke afterwards. That was just my.
So when did we do the laser thing? Was that before?
It was immediately after. Immediately after.
Okay.
Right. So guys, Texas just said, what do you think about the scene where Clark and Luz were talking and he was getting all upset? Wow, the Justice Gang were having to deal with the interdimensional.
I love that scene.
I loved it.
I liked it. I was like,
I really like that.
In our first viewing, there's a big laugh at that scene.
Yeah.
Especially when Gargana did the bats.
That scene was when you saw Gunn being really Gunn. I really loved that scene. I felt
where I was giving them the middle finger and
Tech is trying to say that
knocking them up.
it was weird that Superman would not get involved. But I don't think so, because I think he even said that, they have it in hand.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I like that Superman did not get involved because I hated the flag waving. I hated that savior thing.
yeah, I didn't have to. I mean, and even at that time, his priorities were like in a different place.
Yeah.
I think he was just flying around looking for crypto. So when he saw them with the imp in his mind, he probably like, they don't need me for this. All that stuff to do. I mean, we don't want to talk about the possibilities what that opens, all the Mexican pack mites and all.
Yeah, so Keck is making one point here about the save us. Now, this is where me and Keck will clash. We're talking about any scene, any moment in the film that moved you. The closest scene that moved me, I saw it in the trailer.
Yeah.
It was that scene in the film.
What scene?
Superman.
How can that move you? I hated that part.
Out of everything going to
But the kid waving the flag and saying that I hated it.
It was designed to move you. It was overhead. Like
it's more of like this Justice League movie where Stephen Nah.
I know it was engineered. It was the guy. The look, everything was. That to me was the closest I felt to emotion in the whole movie in terms of
Okay,
Nah.
Yes.
why do you guys? Why don't you like it? I want to know. Understand why.
It was easy. It was obvious. I mean, it was like someone had notes and said, "Okay, now move the audience here." Yeah, and then
Okay.
And
it's
it
not.
was in the like even the way it was set up in the middle of a war where you put the
Exactly.
flag and then
When
so
the
that are
kids were
coming
running
towards
away,
you and
when the
then you're
kids
putting
were
a
running
flag
I
in
mean,
Superman save us. Get the
no, I mean, I feel. I mean, the way I interpreted that scene was like it was pretty much on brand because he had come before.
Yes.
He had come before, so it was not like it's not like this was his first time. He had come there before to stop the war initially. And so if you notice, their confidence was not basically their confidence was more like Superman was going to come and interfere in
Yes.
the war, not in anything. All those grandstanding they were doing, and obviously in any situation, it's not like you sit down in your house and watch somebody come and wipe them out. So
See,
when I thought about it, though,
you can do
actually,
that scene, you can do that scene in a different way. Where
That whole
I feel
scene.
like there's something we are forgetting in this movie, though.
And to make it worse, just
There's a part of his power that wasn't shown in this movie.
What
What's
here?
that?
Super hearing. Right?
Super hearing.
yeah.
And it's fine. We don't have it. I just feel like I didn't even miss it because I don't see what I'm not using for. When we watched the trailer, I was thinking the super hearing was going to happen in that scene, but I'm happy even it did not.
Yeah,
So-
the point was he was busy somewhere else. Anyway, he couldn't
Yeah.
leave. He couldn't.
So
leave.
I think that that's actually now what made it more annoying. The fact
So-
that I
Yeah.
knew he wasn't going to even show.
Mhm.
So can I just
I
annoy
knew
Kex?
he was so.
Can I annoy Kex even more? I have seen this film twice, and I was moved both times by that same scene.
Yeah, but that means you're moved by rubbish.
Yeah,
It was amateurish. It was really.
Yeah,
All the adults had pitchfork. They literally had tanks v pitchforks.
Yeah.
Like so that you are clearly supposed to say these are the bad guys.
Yeah.
these are the
And-
good guy.
And
Yes.
that whole scene, right, is one of the things I always complain about the MCU, that they take something and make it small. I mean, this is a war, and then you have people holding pitchforks. And
Why they fight war?
It's cement block.
People got line up in one
Yeah, they go and
place.
line up at
And then you make
One guy had a break.
Complain
You
about
see one
Civil
guy.
War and then not complain about this.
The guy had a break.
One guy had a break.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
just had a break.
Yeah, one guy had a break.
Come
I saw
on.
that guy.
And this is
I
a war,
get-
an international war. And they
I
say,
get them.
Come
See, this
on.
is the problem with Americans and how they feel the entire world is just hot and small things everywhere else. Where if it's not in America, if not American scale conflict, it's going to be a small 2x2 nonsense
Yeah.
people fighting. I'm like, you guys, are you mad? This is a war between two countries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
a
no.
proper invasion.
No,
And you are-
Tunde is
and-
not two countries. It's Ojuelegba versus Italy.
Exactly. Therefore, there's a way they could have done that scene where it's like bombs are dropping in from airplanes, and you see these two kids crouching in, holding a flag and shouting for man.
Do you remember BVS?
Yeah.
Do you remember BVS? There was a flood, a natural disaster, and they put the Superman, they painted it on their
Oh
roof.
yeah, on the house, on the roof of the house.
Yeah,
That's something you would do naturally anyway. If you're looking for SOS, you want people to see you. Like I don't know.
there are ways you can communicate skill, but you just reduced it to the most.
And then the boy was praying. He was saying it was Superman. It was not.
All right, guys, can we ask Olawale for his score first?
Yeah.
I don't think you've given us your score out of 5 for the movie.
Oh, it's a 4.
It's a 4 for you.
I think wait, was an 8.5.
Yeah, he's
That'll
at
be-
8.5.
That's 4.25. 4.25.
4.2.
That's 4.25. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I enjoyed the movie for what you see. I think for me, obviously I must say the movie is perfect, but I felt like the movie stayed on theme, which was, and I think one of the things I think I saw, because I didn't watch a lot of all the movie reviews after people finished watching the movie. What they said they left was what they left with. This not everybody, some people are emotionally dead inside, but some people they left wanting to be better, and also
You left this film to be better.
Oh, Lord.
wanting to be better because one thing that Superman showed was the conflict of being you just having this one worldview of doing good. And sometimes, there are people like that, they just want to help. It's the same thing, like you want to think about it like you are giving arms on the road. This guy is whatever he's doing. If you give him the money, he's probably going to go and do that. But you still give him any ways that you don't care whether he goes to kill himself. It's the money he asks you for. So that kind of Boy Scout kind of thing. And also, I think what made the movie work for me was if we look at the how the world is right now. This movie works in a present time, which is why I feel like even the direction Gunn took it was not, because Gunn's sensibilities. That
so
guy, that's what he stayed on theme. He stayed on kindness, goodness, and as long as he didn't deviate for that, that was it for me. There was no, and I enjoyed the movie for what it was.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask everybody this question. I'm not going to answer this question because I know my answer. If you were Superman, would you go and get involved in Gaza? Kex.
Yes.
Start with Kex.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tunde?
Yes.
Oluwole?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Well, okay, so I have an additional question to that.
Nigerian.
Am I? No. No, you said if I'm Superman and I'm taking into consideration my personality.
Yes.
Okay.
You have the powers, so you know it's you.
But
you have all the powers.
I will. I will. Very quickly, sir.
On what side? You actually asked it. On what side?
Oh.
No, let's not do that. No. Actually, there's a simple solution to this thing. If me personally, what I'll do is, since everybody's all crazy about land, I will split the land into two and push them apart. That'll be my own thing. I have the power now. I have the power. Maybe you want land. Land. I will split the land and push everybody separate.
The reason I said yes is because I will do it and I will react to it like in BVS. They are bringing me to court for what? I did what I did.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's really voila. Like what you're calling me. I'm not here because.
Also,
what about you, Duke?
100%.
Okay. Okay. So, because I wanted, because everybody's question, Superman's very naive. But basically, you've all admitted that you will do something along
It's
those
not.
lines.
No, that's what
his naiveness is not about what it does. It's
how
about
he
how he reacts to it. Like when he's being questioned about it. I know the implications of my actions. I know that.
People were going to die. Oga, we know.
So there were two very similar.
I went there and I
basically you said you checked it.
Yes. No. Like not even test it. That conversation felt like it was the first time he was considering the consequences of his action.
Oh, no, but
he didn't think it through.
I don't think
I'm saving people.
So the thing is, consequences at that. The way I view that thing was at that stage of his life. Consequences are not his first thing. His first. Okay. 30. Forget that age. Anyway,
well, no. Before you joined, you already said the parents that raised
consequences. Yeah. No, consequences is like for him is like people are dying.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Like him. It's like when people have a one-track mind of the world, and he just like, for example, there are people in the US who have never left their state before, so they don't know what's going on outside. All they know is within their state. So if you tell them, "Oh, Maryland has problems," like, what's my problem with Maryland? I'm in Texas. What's my problem? So his mind is very like, "Oh, I saved the people. They are dying. I stopped the war." Because the same way people always think about, "Oh, just stop the war and all the problems will be solved." It might be more than that. So
that is my biggest.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No. So I want to just go to, but the challenge here is the oversimplification of the depiction of this conflict, right?
Yes.
Now, not just that, but you also show there's a sound in the background. Sorry. You also show. So you also show Gorkos or whatever the president of Boravia is as a Donald Trump-esque clownish president who has a foreign accent and is kind of a bit of a dudley. Just completely say this guy is a bad guy. Don't root for him.
The politics are very overt. That's very correct.
I don't mind the overt politics. Superman has always dealt when Superman in comic books, when he deals with this kind of situation, the politics are always overt. There's always an aggressor invader that he's dealing with. But in how he handles the situation, it's like,
yeah. So this is not.
This is not a mature Superman. I feel like these issues you're talking about. This is where me, I will have an issue, is if he's still this naive in a sequel, which I don't think will happen.
Because
you'll be shocked. No, it won't.
No. My problem with Superman is that he didn't learn his lesson here. So he had this conversation with Lois, and they point out his naiveness. But over the course of the movie, there is nothing to say he has changed in his mindset or behavior. Either way, he has been validated by the end of the movie. His behavior, it hasn't changed.
No, but when he goes in the game, as you said now he knows the consequences and the questions. So he would have learned. He
would have learned. Think that.
What the
issue was that he was surprised at people's reaction.
What the movie shows, is that he has actually taught the Justice Gang to do what he
to do that and go further and even kill
what he did.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's validated his action from the beginning.
But you guys just said that what you were not upset by his actions, you were upset by his reaction to when he was challenged.
So I didn't say that.
I'm saying that he simplifies the problem and he has a naive worldview of what is going on. At the end of the movie, that naive worldview and simplification of problems is still the same. All he has just done is make sure every other Justice League member approaches problems like that. So that is.
I don't need, to be honest. I don't need him to get to that place in this movie. Personally, I don't need him to get to that.
Then why did we have that conversation in the beginning?
What I believe Gunn will do in the next movie is very simple. Like, so the part he took in this one made sense. Every aggressor in this film was human aggressor throughout. Yeah. So for us not to have or to make sure this conflict of interest or this ideology doesn't be an issue in his next movie, bring an external.
It's going off well.
Yeah. Bring an external threat in the next one.
And you could even see in this movie, Gunn was struggling to keep it on Earth. He really wanted to bring in his weird aliens and stuff. Wow.
I mean, there are a lot of things he cut out. Like, for example, I think that the beginning part of the crypto part. Apparently, there was a scene where Crypto was killing abominable snowmen around the Fortress of Solitude, but they took it out. So it's like,
what? How did snowmen get there in the first place?
So it's like, Clark does that thing of, go and be collecting. Is it the one they used to show on Silverbird, whereby you enter the fortress, you see how this hallway of all this many. So you can, but they cut that out. I feel in this movie you could see that test screenings remove some stuff like the Clark. You could see it. It was very, very obvious.
Can we go talk about the Hall of Justice after that or says what he wants to say? Sorry. And the future of DC.
I just want to make a point that, to me, what Superman did and what kind of justice did in that film, the natural response, it's almost like what the natural response in the world. There will be a meta-human race. So they guys say, okay, at the moment, so you chanced us. Okay, fine. We said we'll be our own meta-human. And then nuclear bomb population.
Like that.
So before on this topic, do you remember the comic where Superman stops this kind of war by taking all the guns?
Yeah, the nukes. The guns.
Yeah. Is that the one he had a conversation? There was an animation where he had a conversation with Mr. Terrific.
It's a comic book where Superman stops a war like this by seizing all the guns from everybody fighting. And then what happens next is that they start using stones to fight. Showing that is what happens when you intervene in this kind of conflict. Like it was exactly the same conflict, the Israeli Gaza conflict that they were mimicking back then. That stopping a conflict like this is not just by
You
doing this very
if you stop one fight, you can't stop the hatred.
exactly.
That's
So
there.
I was thinking, because we had this conversation right at the beginning of the movie. Louis confronts Superman about his actions there, and you would think that okay, this is his arc. He's going to learn about this, like, doing good is complicated, and what that means for the future for him. And at the end of the day, all he does is validate that same naive worldview of what good is, and in a very
Actually,
American, and in a very American way, where
no.
you don't go in and do precedent anyhow.
Actually, I just thought about it now. The reason why I have no problem with the Justice Gang invading is because now they found out that Lex is the proponent of that war. So even that worldview that he said got validated, even it's not like his worldview gets validated. It's the fact that he found out that Lex is involved. Lex is involved.
Justice Gang is sponsored by a rival billionaire to Lex.
Okay, so
sorry.
It works. No, it doesn't.
It works.
It doesn't because they entered. They were not clear to enter that country, right? To get involved by any kind of United Nations.
Yes.
And then they killed the president of the invading country.
Yes.
You can't do that one.
It is very American.
No. I'm not justifying. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't. I'm speaking up from the fact that it's not like it validates Clark's worldview. It's the fact that now Lex is now the thing that makes it feel like they can go in. And again, we also know Maxwell really doesn't care for Lex, so this might have been a one-off for him.
An American killing a foreign president. I
can't speak on that.
Even the real world will have no repercussions.
Yeah,
it will have no repercussions.
You know what?
That's what makes it work. It just makes the superheroes American version of good, which nobody in the world recognizes.
What I want.
But then again, does it not fit to the theme of corporate?
It's a selective support.
You know what?
It's corporate against this thing.
We all agree that this guy is bad.
What you said about the meta-human race, I would love to see if we have an arms race.
Oh, okay.
The country is now stockpiling meta-humans for the country.
Yeah.
This movie, though, it made me wish for a Man of Steel sequel. Yes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's the last time.
Let me say this, right? Remember when the whole thing started, it was Nolan. Nolan was the one that initiated that Man of Steel project, right? And I was gassed for it because I'm like, I trust his mind, right? Mm-hmm. I know anything he was going to work on, where the lowest level would be. I know what the worst possible level would be. So I was like, yeah. But when he left after Man of Steel, I kind of like all my belief went down where everything was now on Snyder. Because in my mind, if you had someone like that on the project, right, Man of Steel would have been Man of Steel. The next movie, because if you look at how Man of Steel ended, it was like this guy was a novice and okay, he's now going to start learning, and then we would have seen. So you're right, because a lot of things were in BVS, but Zack Snyder, because he doesn't understand how to do it. Because if you look at it in BVS, right, they loved him in Metropolis. Why? What was he doing in Metropolis that made them put statue, made them the way they felt about Superman in Metropolis was like, man, this guy is a hero. But he didn't show us why. He just showed the guy playing every time. Just the vex. They expand on all those things.
I think the next one would have been better, but I think the next Superman film is going to be better than this one.
Oh, it's going to be definitely better than this. No, definitely.
I think the next one is going to be better story-wise than this one.
I really hope so.
No, it will.
I think so.
It will.
Batman is
because now you've tested the water. You've gotten
Supergirl is next, not Batman.
Yes.
So down is straight. It's Craig Gillespie. So it's just going to be
just to kind
Craig is wicked.
The future of DC now. Do we feel how do we feel about this? And Superman plus what we saw in the Pocket Universe, plus what we saw in the Pocket Universe of Peacemaker 1, upcoming Peacemaker season 2 coming out, Supergirl cameo at the end. What's the feel about this universe going forward?
I feel
Wale, you go first.
I feel that what this movie did is kind of anything is expect anything. Anything is possible in terms of, for example, you have a third dimensional imp. Without saying too much, that's Batmite and Misplistic, right? Then you now have like a pocket dimension. Yeah, it might not be multiverse, for example, but it shows a possibility of that happening down the line. So I feel like the way this movie, even though in quote, the movie was the intent of the movie wasn't to show okay what kind of universe is this. It just shows that there are different kind of characters that can come up. There are different kind of possibilities that can happen. That's how I see it. Like there are different things that can happen in story wise.
Okay.
I feel
For me,
Let's go to
okay.
Raptor. What are your thoughts on?
Yeah, for
and
me,
then sorry, before you go, one last thing, Olu. What is your box office? Sorry, Shay. What's your box office prediction for this film? Just drop it down.
Conservative 600 to 650.
650. Jesus. Okay.
Max.
Okay.
I don't think me personally they were not aiming for a billion.
No. 650.
Okay.
Hold yourself there. Shay, go on. Future of the
for
DCU
me,
and your
I looked at the film and I've heard Gunn speak on how as he he's going to approach how they create this DC stuff. Solo films, each director is going to have his vision. Although I know he will oversee, but they will allow the filmmakers make whatever. So my initial scare was, this whole thing is going to be campy. It's going to be like this. And then I remember, no, directors are going to make their own film, so they are free to make whatever they want to make. So I think I'll wait for Supergirl.
Okay.
Although they've introduced the character already.
Use the character.
So we already have this girl, a stubborn girl. This like, yeah. So maybe the Green Lantern. I think the Green Lantern for me is key. I watched the Green Lantern series, and then that now tells me, okay, how are you guys going to craft this universe in general? Because whether they like it or not, they can claim there will not be a come together, there will not be a Justice League, there will not be. Yeah. We know it's going to come. We know it's going to come. So I think Green Lantern for me would tell me in general how this thing will look. But like Wale said, they did a good job in letting us know that this is a big universe. It's fantasy-esque. Anything goes. Anything goes. Like it's. I mean, we're watching a film and Lex just came up and opened his mouth and said, "Yeah, I created the pocket universe." Like.
I don't want to. Okay. All right. Cool.
From where? So yeah, for me, yeah.
What is your box office prediction there for this film?
I don't generally do box office. What I'll say, based on the reaction I saw in that test screening, the place was full. Yeah, maybe a bit above, like 700 mil, I think. Around that level, yeah.
Okay. Duke, your impressions or hopes for the DC universe?
No, I think it's in good hands. I think it's going to be good because you see, the thing about Gunn is that Peacemaker was amazing, right? Yeah. This movie, in my mind, this was Gunn at around 80%. I feel he wanted to be safe. This was Gunn at 80%, right? Once he gets over this one as the first one, fine, this one is a hit. Yes. Then we will have Gunn operating at Guardians of the Galaxy level. We'll have Gunn at 100% wild and wacky. I have 100% confidence.
Do you want a wacky super?
I want a wacky Gunn, right? See, the thing about this movie was that what I did not like about it was not the wackiness, was the fact that it was muted. Like he wasn't trying to be great. In my mind, if Gunn went 100% in this movie, even if it was 100% wacky Gunn, I think I would have loved it. I think it would have been amazing. It was good with Gunn being subdued. So I am 100% confident in what Gunn has for DC. Peacemaker 2 is going to be amazing, right? Peacemaker 2 is going to be amazing.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you agree with that? Yeah. Lanterns, I don't like what I'm reading about Lanterns, but I'm prepared to be surprised.
I think I would love. I think I'm going to love Lanterns. By the way.
I'm prepared to be surprised. I mean, Batman is coming along. We'll see. So yeah, I'm really confident.
Okay.
for it.
So what's your box office prediction for this film?
It will top out at 700.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say we wrapped up. Now that sorry, before I go to you, just one quick one. I'll wrap it up soon. But you said last week that if this movie doesn't make $1 billion, that's a failure. You said Superman is a failure. You said something like that.
You see that? That will say that.
Yes,
Sorry.
you said last week.
Yes,
that
I did. No, I
this
did.
movie, that means that there's no Superman movie that's ever made $1 billion.
Yes.
That means Superman is actually a failure.
Yes, and
Not I mean the character, not the movie necessarily.
yeah, the character, yeah. And to be honest, I mean, Olawale has been making some comments in the chat, but I would have to say, in terms of Superman the character, I'm sorry, Superman, you have failed DC. You've had I said 4 chances. He has more than 4 chances. Said about 7 chances. He's not ever come close to making $1 billion. Batman's done it twice. Even the first original Batman film smashed the Superman records. It seems Batman just keep on dominating Superman, both fiscally and financially. So I have to put that up. I am now regretting my overzealous 1 billion prediction.
No, you did say 1 billion though.
What does I said 1.2? Yes. I was full of
crazy.
That to be fair, it can still make that money.
Yeah, but for what I've seen, I don't think it's 1 billion. I'm sorry. If it does, I'm so happy. Okay. But I don't think I'm now hoping that it breaks 800. So I'm even going to say, out of hope, my box office prediction is going to be 820. What does
you've given your prediction already. You can't change it out now.
Okay. So in terms of the film, so what did I think? In terms of where the future is going, I think this is now a good foundation block. It wasn't like a super duper running block. In a weird way, I would equate it to a First Avenger level good block in of the new universe.
No, the first Avengers movie or the first Avenger.
Sorry.
Not Iron Man.
I don't say Iron Man. Because I think Iron Man, the impact of Iron Man is higher than the impact of this one in my mind. Even though forget about the money, the way Iron Man landed and how good it was.
Iron Man broke new ground though.
So in a way, Iron Man drags Incredible Hulk and
by
Avenger
far
along with it. Because it's so good, people are okay, and then so
this movie is more Captain America.
I don't think it's as groundbreaking as Iron Man, but I do think it's solid enough that it can be built on.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So then,
I think I'm less enthusiastic about Converse after watching this movie because I think some of the things I don't like about this movie are going to be validated in future movies that will be edited by Gunn. So for Gunn, that's Gunn's project himself, and that includes Superman. It's the same way I felt about Snyder, where there are some things in Snyder's vision of Superman that doesn't match. Like that doesn't just match my. After watching Superman, Man of Steel, I like Man of Steel well enough, but I'm like, there are a couple of things here where I'm like, this is not what I want, and to that was point, it validates as much as I don't like to believe it. It validates the idea of a curse on Superman that you can't just make a great Superman movie just out of the gate like that. There's always a comma there. I don't count Christopher Reeve Superman as great. That movie is not great, please. I don't care what you old farts think, but yeah.
I was personal.
Because you guys always keep shouting about Christopher Reeve Superman. I tried watching that movie again this weekend, and I was so frustrated. What am I watching?
You cannot watch it.
I watched as a kid, and I didn't like it as much.
You're being a kid. We're still in a different era. We what is it? And you that were born in 2010.
Today's hater Jews have been online, even for
Gosh.
but like I'm like, okay, this is what Gunn is going to do. It's going to be a lot more campy than I expect. I expect a more simple universe. I don't expect you exploring complex themes in your stories. I hope the other writers and this thing pick up the slack in their directors, pick up the slack in their movies. But for Gunn's vision of this year, I'm not expecting anything complex, and that's a shame going forward. But yeah, that's it.
And your prediction was 1 billion today.
Yeah, I know.
Just a quick final round up. The Batman that came out in 2022, Matt Reeves, the Batman made 770.
770.
So again, it feels like is Superman going to fall short of the Batman?
He's going to beat that.
Okay.
See, as much as I'm down on this movie, this is still the third highest opened movie for this year, and the first two are $1 billion movies. Yeah. That's Lilo and Stitch and what's the other one called? Minecraft. And this is just third behind both of them. Mission Impossible and it's going to make bank. With an A- cinema score and general positive reaction to the movie.
Mission Impossible, please don't be calling that nonsense.
Yeah, it's going to make bank. I think it's going to beat Batman 770.
Okay.
Yeah.
Batman opened at 230 million. I'll be 260 million.
Well, globally.
Yeah. And I feel this one might have a better audience.
But this opened less, right? This opened less.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 260. Yeah, Batman opened at 260.
This opened at 216.
And we have 2 weeks before FF. So now I'm scared that FF undercut this as well.
It's not gonna make 770.
Before
it's a bit of a stretch given what and Jurassic Park is still out there. I mean,
yeah.
Jurassic World, Rebirth is still out. I think it could. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the first one. First DCU movie has dropped of Gods and Monsters, and yeah, you've heard it here. You've heard all our reviews, takes, hot takes.
Very hot takes.
I want to thank you so much for joining, Raptor, Duke, Oluwole, guys. I mean, it's been a pleasure as always. We've got FF coming up in a few weeks. Maybe I watch and put money or Duke.
You won't see me here for.
I never get my money.
I'm going to keep money away from FS for a while. I want this. I'll go and watch Mama that weekend.
Wow.
I'm telling you, shoot.
I will buy tickets to everybody.
No, Kex, on that. And let me just say this on that. Like, because of school and all that, I just moved here. I've not had time to go to the cinema to watch. And all the Marvel films I've been watching, from Cap, even all down to Venom, I've just been like, thank God I did not pay money.
Why you bringing Venom inside this?
No, I'm just saying in general, I watch Cap, I watch all of them in general. So when I saw that Fantastic Four, I'm like, you hope you should not vex. You will not collect my money. No vex.
Kex, you might be interested to hear this. You know those scenes that you felt were intense? In India, they cut it out.
Yes.
What
yes.
They cut out the kitchen scene and the flying scene at the end.
Yes. The kissing
but
scene.
India is let me know what to say.
That kitchen scene, people on this.
When
I
should have cut
scene, I know how I felt too. I was like, hey, what was
Yeah.
See, if anything is not going to make this movie make money, it's that scene because it was unnecessary. The kitchen.
It was It was intense.
People are not taking their kids to watch this movie because of that scene.
I'm telling you the truth.
He makes more for pool clothes. He makes more for pool clothes. Like,
Fam, there have been scenes where they've pulled clothes that is less intense than that.
What's it like? Clark and Lewis.
Yes. In the kitchen.
Yes.
What was this?
Well acted. In fact, that thing is they go break up with the original wife and husband.
Maybe I need to see this movie again because I honestly, this is not standing out for me.
I give you my word. As I was watching it, I was like, okay, so I can't watch this film. I can't take my kids to watch this film tomorrow.
Why? It's too sexual?
It was
like
audio, and it was this kind of mix that keeps like a Vicky, like He was.
I don't think I don't think American kids are that.
You guys
They'll
are.
find a way.
Okay, anyway.
You guys are good parents. You guys are good parents. That's why.
I feel like to say, Oluwale, thank you so much because yes, India censored those 2 scenes. I was like, nah.
Yeah, because India, they can't even kiss in their own movies now. Forget India. They have an issue with kissing.
But generally, taking those out
Yes.
would make a lot more people comfortable enough, I feel.
Yeah.
Because the kids.
But anyway, Sha.
The film is what? I think it's age 13.
PG-13. It could have been a G.
It's 12.
I think in general.
If you're not over 12, you have to be accompanied by an adult.
Yeah, that's PG-12. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
So it's like, why? Like, yeah.
It wasn't necessary. It was like the scene in the Eternals, the sex scene in the Eternals. That's how it felt to me. Like,
what?
Like, why are you doing this?
You didn't.
I see this film twice, and that's I remember saying, but
it did not stand out to me at
yes,
all.
I feel
All of this is just.
You guys are good parents. That's it. That's it. You guys, Tex are good parents. That's all. I understand. He's a good parent.
I'm not a parent now, but when I saw it, I was like, that thing was hot. It dropped
Blame their chemistry now. Is it their fault?
Well, everything. I'm like,
wait, I thought you were a pastor.
That's what I'm telling you now. Is that not what I'm telling you? That's just. I'm like, what's going on here now?
Guys, we gotta go.
Calm down.
Remember to rate, like, subscribe, and just look it out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And thank you so much for joining us, guys. I appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Next week, we're talking about Sandman, right?
Sandman, yes.
Yes.
Sandman.
I think we're gonna wait for.
I just started it, but I dropped it.
No. We're gonna wait for the full remaining 6 to drop.
So what are we talking about next week?
So
next week is the first half. No, next week is the first half.
There's nothing to talk about in the first half.
We can do that.
Might as well wait for the next 6.
You what? Sorry?
I mean, I think there's nothing to talk about in the first
There is
half.
nothing to talk about.
It's a build-up, literally.
Yeah.
And it's a build-up, and it doesn't end. So the remaining 6 is like the conclusion.
Remaining 6 or 3?
6, I think it is. How many is left? I think it's 12 episodes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 3. Okay, 6 and 6.
Yeah, 6 and 6. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much. It's been Naijas Geeking Out, episode 243, Superman review. I will see you later. Today.
Our longest episode yet. See you guys later.
Raptor.
Yeah, Superman, yeah.
Nice one, guys.
Wale.
Thank you so much.
That ball.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you later.
Naija nerds.